listening. I'm Brendan Fitzgerald. Thrilled to have you with us for another Saturday night of action here from the home of the UFC. It's a building that Carlos Prates has had no problem with. He fought here in 2023 on the Contender Series, won in impressive fashion. He did so in his UFC debut. Turns out he can fight and win by knockout anywhere that he fights. But as you keep winning like that, the tests get a lot tougher. And that's the case tonight, Laura, when he takes on Neil Magny.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, Neil Magny has been in the top 15 of this division for nearly a decade. The most fights, the most wins, and the reason for that is his skill set. The guy can strike, he can grapple, he can wrestle, he can sub you up, and he gets better as the fight goes longer. He has fought everyone there is to fight in this division, and time again, when these young prospects come knocking, he turns them away. Did it last time, or excuse me, a couple times ago against Mike Malott, a huge victory for him, a come-behind win, and that's what you get when you fight a veteran the level of Neil Magny.
Carlos Prates will find out how real of a contender he is tonight. So far, Michael, hard to do it better than he's done it.
Yeah, absolutely. Carlos Prates is looking sensational. This man is a specialist, providing some of the best, most stunning and original knockouts that we've seen, whether it's controlling the lead hand and dropping him with the knee, knocking Li Jingliang flat on his face and unconscious. But of course, Neil Magny is a veteran, so this is going to be the toughest test. But he's also ranked number 15, which is what Carlos Prates was. This man's been striking for a very, very long time. Over 100 fights out there in Thailand, and you can see when this man performs. You can see how good this guy is.
Sometimes the wise guys at a sports book are the litmus test on what they think. Prates is not only the betting favorite, he's the biggest betting favorite on the fight card tonight over a credentialed welterweight like Neil Magny. Minty Betts is on hand, and she has her take on the main event. Good evening, Minty.
Thank you, Brendan. Neil Magny, the tried and true veteran who's been in the UFC since 2013. His extensive resume demands respect. However, he's only cashing at 50% as the betting underdog. And he's going up against the rising star, Carlos Prates, who's been hot with 3 straight victories, all coming by way of finish. While Prates is a huge 8-1 favorite, Magny's durability is something to factor in. Bet Prates to win along with this fight to go over 1.5 rounds. That pays even money. The final Apex main event of the year.
What's up, everybody? Seattle Mike Fights with Friends. We are back. Did anybody get notifications? Because I could not even find this stream online. Like, we're finally remonetized, and it's like YouTube just said, yeah, we'll remonetize you, but we will literally hide your stream behind every rock we can find on the internet. It's just, it's despicable, it's disgusting, it's fucking illegal, as Dana White would say. And I'm thinking about seeing what options I have what legal options I have against YouTube at this point. Because you look for this stream, type in Fights with Friends. This stream does not come up. One of my old streams does. This stream does not come up. I purposely put Fights with Friends in the title. I put hashtag Fights with Friends in the title. I put Fights with Friends and Fights with Friends live in my keywords. I have Fights with Friends several times in my description. There's no way that is an accident. And like I said, type in Fights with Friends and then hit the filter live, and I could still not find my stream. Okay, enough of that. Enough of my complaining. There was 6 of you in here a moment ago. What's up, everybody? FWD, good evening, sir. Drunken Charge in the house. Robert Kerrigan, how you doing, my brother? Daniel Berry, hey, sir. Can't remember anything. Can't tell if it's true or a dream. How many drugs have you been taking, Jason Kagan? Maybe lay off that just a tiny bit, brother. What's up, dog? Just when you thought it was safe to watch a Fights with Friends live from your mom's basement, it's me. No notification. You can't hide from us, Mikey. How's it going, Fight Gang, says Jim. Jay says, I got a notification. Thank you. Didn't know until you sent me a link. How come Jim Hossa Town Marshall Star next to his name? What? I have no idea what you just said. Oh, it's the opening lyric from One by Metallica. Cheers, Phil D. Roll in the house. Who knows? There might be 60 people in here. I wouldn't doubt it. And YouTube's just going to tell us that there's 6 here. But, yeah, they're, we can only do what we can do. You guys don't come here to listen to me, bitch. You listen to, come here to talk with each other about fights. So let's talk about some fights. Dusko, Todorovic, Mansour, Malik, first fight out. Oh, guess what? I think I forgot to do my verdict again. I just got back from the casino. Did I really? I thought I looked at this. Oh, Lord. You know what? Dusko's such a big freaking underdog. I'll just take him anyways, just because on DraftKings, he's just an enormous underdog. Betting odds, he's almost a 5-1 underdog, which I don't know if that's fair or not. I didn't do enough research on this poll, I guess. I was at the casino betting on the fights that had happened. 3 live fights. I won a little bit of money on all 3 of them. Seems like whenever I'm super cautious like that, I do much better when I don't bet much. Then when I bet big, that's when the losing streaks come. But I did bet Dos Santos, Alizu Dos Santos, I think that's how you say his name, against that Zach guy that was making his UFC debut on like 8 minutes notice. Yeah, I bet him. I got 2-1 odds for Dos Santos to get that in the first round, which he did. I made another bet on under 2.5, and then another bet on Dos Santos by knockout. So of course all 3 of them were pretty close to even money. And all 3 of them cashed, so pretty happy about that. And then I bet Damon Blackshear, who got it done for me. Oh, that's weird. I thought I had done my picks before, so apparently, just like 2 of them didn't take. No, 3 of them didn't take. That's strange. Everybody check your verdict and make sure your picks took. I really like Reinier de Ridder too. I almost pulled the I almost pulled the trigger on betting some money on him. This Mansour Abdul Malik, he's making his UFC debut. He's only had 6 fights. He's finished 5 of them by knockout. Comes to us from Dana White Contender Series Season 8, Week 1. And he's a huge favorite over Dusko Todorovic today. I mean, Dustin Todorovic, let's bring up the DraftKings here. Earlier, he was trending at about a 4-1 underdog, though, which I guess this Mansour guy must really be the real deal. He is a beast, Mike. Oh, anyone else watch the One FC on Prime last night? I didn't. I thought about streaming it. Dusko's a plus 350 at the moment. Malik's a minus 520. So Dusko, 3 years older at 30 years old. Mansour, an inch taller at 6'2". He'll have a 5.5-inch reach advantage at 79.5 inch. What did he do before MMA, though, Robert? Was he like a kickboxing champion or something? Because It seems strange to have a guy with just 6 MMA fights coming in such a big favorite over, a really good fighter, I think, in Dusko Todorovic. Yeah, I figured that's who you were talking about. And Malik so far, 100% of the votes, just 3 votes in. Make sure and hit that vote button. Out of the blue corner, plus 360 underdog out of Belgrade, Serbia. 12 wins against 4 defeats. Dusko Todorovic. And out of the red corner, a minus 470 favorite fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. 6 wins, undefeated with 5 knockouts. Mansour Abdul Malik. Referee for this one is the Honorable Mike Beltran. God, that's got to be itchy to have to shove his mustache into his shirt. You know what? We should all write ESPN, throw them shit on Twitter and stuff, and say, hey, why are you punishing Mike Beltran, making him put that itchy mustache on his chest? Like, dude, you're gonna give that guy a bad rash. I don't even see a rash guard on him. It's just his polo. Maybe he's got a rash guard lower down. But that cannot be comfortable. All right, Todorovic in the red trunks lands an inside leg kick there. Abdul Malik, very aggressive, moving Dusko Todorovic into the corner. Aggressive with the footwork here. He's not really throwing anything yet. That can be the sign of a great knockout artist, though. Somebody that positioned first. A couple of right hands there from Todorovic, and Malik just watched him. Ends up on top, lands a couple good hammer fists, and Todorovic spins and pulls guard. Todorovic going for a leg lock here. Oh, this could end up bad for him. He's really lucky groin strikes aren't legal. Because could you imagine if Malik just started a hammer fist in his nuts right there? Perfect position, too. And that's an example of how, hey, when you're training MMA, think about what you would do in the streets when you're thinking about training your fighting. Don't go for a fucking leg lock in the streets. You're not going to have any balls anymore. Somebody's going to literally rip your testicles off. Oh, Todorovic still working on this leg lock. I just don't see this going well for him. This seems like a really bad idea. He eats a couple more hammer fists there, gets to his feet. Yeah, I mean, at this level, to pull off a leg lock or an ankle lock, you have to be like the best in the sport at it, and the other guy pretty much has to make a mistake. Good knee to the head there from Malik and a left hook up top. When guys freak out when somebody gets them in a leg lock, sometimes, that'll happen. You really only had the one guy that was good at leg locks, and that's the guy that wouldn't let him go. Oh, good left hook there from Malik and a straight right down the middle. Todorovic is looking pretty rocked here. Oh, there's a big left hook and a right hand. Yeah, Todorovic is hurting right now. Oh, big knee down the middle from Malik, and that floors Todorovic again. Big right hand on the chin. Oh, man, Mike Beltran's going to look to stop this fight quickly if Malik lands a few more of those. There's Todorovic going again for that, I believe, ill-advised leg lock, and that is it. Mike Beltran seen Todorovic go for the leg lock again, and Malik says, I'm just going to hammer fist the shit out of you again. You keep doing this stupid move. Oh, man, that is a bad mouse above the left eye of Todorovic, too. That's going to take him out of training for a while. But Mansour Malik with the first round knockout here. He has insane ground and pound. Laura just said the same thing I said. Told you I called it. Phil says, I got Malik. Yeah, no, and I didn't necessarily doubt you. I was just surprised that Dusko was such a big underdog. I was saying that's quite the compliment to be that big of a favorite against a guy like that in your UFC debut. I expect big things out of Mansour Malik. That is not an easy guy to start against. Never understood why Paul Harris did that. That guy was a sick fuck, man. Rosemar Paul Harris. I've got to start bleeping out my swear words too. I need a little bleep button. This UFC really likes dinging you on those. So, just to show I'm not just making crap up. See, I took Charlie Radke. He was a bigger favorite than this. I think he came in like a minus 280. But I watched the live odds. I waited till he was minus 180 for a minute. There in that first round, jumped on it. Not a big bet. Bet $18 to clear 10. $28 payout. But, you know, a win's a win. And then, I guess I only bet on 2 fights, but I'll show you. I put 3 bets on Zaleski dos Santos. I put method of victory plus 110. And these maybe weren't even the smartest bets. I'll show you why here in a minute. Zaleski first round plus 200. I didn't put much on that. You know, $6.16, but one double that, 112.32. So, you know, I'm happy with that. And then under 2.5 at minus 146. That was really the smart bet there. Probably the under 2.5. I can't believe it was that low. That's insane that the over-under was only minus 246. If you guys don't know, Justin Scoggins was making his UFC debut, fought 7 nobodies in some league you've never heard of. Gets called up last minute on like 8 fucking minutes. God, I can't stop. Like 8 minutes notice. Like I said, he didn't even belong in the UFC to begin with. He's taken on a guy that beat Benoit Saint Denis in his UFC debut. Like, I mean, he's taken on like a guy that's probably a top contender, not a pretender in Zaleski dos Santos. And just, yeah, it's just a fight that probably should have never been made. I can't believe it was only 9-1 on the money lines. Probably should have been 30-1. Only a few fights in life. LFA and Contender Series, only background that I know of. LFA, at least, that's a pretty decent promotion, though. That's where I think... no, it was Cage Fury. LFA and Cage Fury Fighting Championship seem to be the biggest U.S. promotions that the UFC is pulling guys from. You know, of course, Bellator and PFL, they're number 2. But, you know, the UFC, they're not pulling from there. So it's LFA and Cage Fury Championship. Charlie Radke was a Cage Fury Fighting Champion. I just really like what I'd seen from him. So I had to take him over Matthew Schellsberger, and luckily it cashed. And there is Luana Pinheiro warming up in the back, 11-3, 7 finishes. That's a lot for the women. 5 of those coming by way of submission, all in the first round. What's up, Torrin Brown? Good to see you, man. He's definitely being fast-tracked for some reason. There is Jillian Robertson, 14-8, second most finish in UFC women's history with 9. I mean, you kind of forget how good this lady is. Jillian Robertson, like, she's a very good fighter. She's just not, she's not top level, like gonna, challenge for the championship tomorrow. So I think she kind of gets forgotten. But when you're talking about the women's division, put her in the men's division, and she's, she's top 14. I would say she's like one of these people that will probably be in the, would be in the top 10 for a while, maybe never win the championship, but like always a risky opponent. Jillian the Savage Robertson. And what UFC Vegas is this? Does anybody know? UFC Fight Night 247. You have to know now to be able to find this on SureDog after they've started, because they're doing, I don't know, all kinds of different crap with their fights. But she can't just go straight to a fighter anymore. All right, let's do a little "What have you done for me lately?" Then we'll go over to SureDog and see what they think about things too. All right, we'll start with Pinheiro, 11-3, 7 finishes, 5 submissions, as they were saying, all of those in the first round. But she has lost her last 2 fights in a row. She's got 3 losses, 1 each, 1 knockout, 1 submission. And yeah, she's a decent fighter. If some other chick attacked her on the street, she's not UFC level in my opinion. Then Randa Marcos, she got submitted, she won by a legal upkick disqualification. So, really take that one out. She didn't do anything to win that fight. You got to go back to Dana White Contender Series. I think it'd be, that she really did anything of value. She got the Dana White Contender Series win. She got a disqualification. She beat a woman that doesn't belong in the UFC. She won a split decision against a woman that should have retired 5 years ago, and then lost her last 2. Am I being a bit hard? Am I being a bit harsh? Maybe, but, we're here to win money, not to protect feelings. Jillian Robertson, much worse record, 14-8, but 11 finishes in those 14 fights. But she fights real fighters. She's won 2 in a row, 4 of her last 5. Beat Michelle Waterson-Gomez by unanimous decision. A like opponent there, Polyana Viana, knocked her out in the second round. Lost unanimous decision to one of the toughest fighters to fight in the division, in Tabitha Ritchie. Before that, submitted Pierre Rodriguez, armbar Maria Agapova by rear naked choke. Went a tough decision, lost unanimously to J.J. Aldridge, but that's a pretty tough fighter. Choked out Priscilla Cahea in the very first round. Had 2 losses in a row back in into 2020, leading into 2021 against, I think 2 top 5 in the division at that time, and Taylor Santos and Miranda Maverick. I know MMA math generally doesn't add up. You guys, do what you think when I put the poll up here. But yeah, I see. I hadn't even looked at the odds yet, and the odds to my favor, Robertson's a minus 470. Luana's a plus 360. So there you go. My pick is definitely Jillian Robertson. I'm not sure how she gets it done, but let's put up a poll for you guys. I feel pretty good about that on those odds because that's, that's probably about where I would have handicapped that at. And I had not looked at the odds for that fight. God, has Luana Pinheiro ever been finished? Well, I was just talking about that. She's been finished 3 times, right? Every which way from Sunday. Submission, knockout, decision. Jillian Roberts got 9 submissions. I'm gonna change. No, I'm gonna keep it. And say I was thinking about changing my my verdict pick here though, but because I have Robertson by decision. But it pays about the same amount of points either way, so. Stream stalled, it's back. Now YouTube is buffering us, which they wish they would let us be, right, man? Malik is definitely a beast. Torn Brown and Ochadorovic has serious CTE because Malik went straight to Pound Town on his head. Damn. All right, Pinheiro, 2 years older at 31. Robertson, 3 inches taller at 5'5". She'll have a half-inch reach advantage at 63 inches. Personally, I really don't think it's going to matter much. Just 2 of you have voted, so let's get a tiebreaker in there, or I'm going to be the tiebreaker. All right, out of the blue corner, a minus 410 favorite out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. 14 wins against 18 losses, number 14th ranked in the division. Jillian Robertson. And out of the red corner, a plus 320 underdog out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. 11 wins against 3 losses, presenting the number 13th ranked fighter in the world, Luana Pinheiro. And see, I see what Dana White is talking about with the media ranking the fighters. Like, how in the world is Pinheiro 13th in the division? And Robertson's 14th. Like, they got to just be looking at a record. I mean, Pinheiro looks the part. She's cut. She's, she's beautiful. She looks like you want, your fighters or maybe even your champion to look like. But looks don't get it done when the bell rings. Good inside leg kick there from Robertson to start things off. All right, and you guys picked, 5 picked Robertson, Jillian Robertson on the poll. I agree. Robertson coming in aggressive here. Good left hand there from Pinheiro. And another. Robertson immediately taking it to the ground, though. We'll see if she's going to go for a submission. Remember, I said she's got 9 submissions and 14 wins. Pinheiro gets up for just a moment, but Robertson still got that body lock. Good defense here from Pinheiro. But Robertson's going to hook the leg. She's got multiple levels of ways to take you down. She's taken down 16 of her 18 opponents. Just 1 minute here into the first round. Did the stream go completely out? I think the second to last fight in Apex for closes for remodeling. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know they're getting towards the end of the year where they're going to take a couple weeks off. Next week, remember next week, huge fights. I'm going to stream it on both channels because I don't know if they're suppressing the other channel too, but I'm going to stream Tyson and Paul. I think I should probably just stream it on both. And then remember, Tyson Paul on Friday, Jones and Stipe on Saturday. Big weekend. I think I haven't seen a great reason to stream on Thursday too. Robertson's got the back here. Panera's done a great job of getting back up in this fight, though. I don't expect her to win, but she might last the distance. Man, Dana has been on a tear cutting fighters, though. Like, if you're not a top fighter and you lose, like, your job's on the line. A couple of good left hooks there from Panero and a 1-2 down the middle. So,
okay? No more.
I thought I saw that. That's why I said it a second ago.
Yeah, he was stern on the warning during those grappling exchanges. There was not, I don't think, a position-altering grab, but I could see why Tyone...
Good left hand there from Panero. I think he was saying Panero was grabbing the inside of the gloves. Oh, great uppercut there down the middle from Panero. That is one of her best weapons. And then the straight left. I am curious what DraftKings is handicapping this now. Oh, Robertson's even a bigger favorite now. Good body kick there from Robertson. Oh, what a right hook from Jillian. Jillian Robertson, like I said, just one of the few women in the division that can finish fights. Yeah, Panero's finished fights too, but she's done it in other leagues. Good low leg kick there from Panero, but Robertson catches her being lazy with the left and cracks her with a right hook. Watch Robertson when she throws her left hook too. She's got perfect technique. Good 1-2 down the pipe there from Panero. Robertson lands a good leg kick. Low leg kick. Oh, nice right elbow in the clinch from Robertson. But Robertson, when she throws that left hook, she's got perfect technique for how she moves her body into it. And there's something I think about the wide hips, the hip spacing, that allows people to throw that great left hook like that. Look at Mike Tyson and the wide hips. Look at fighters that have really good torque on their left hooks. I've never heard anybody say it. I just kind of thought of it now, but it seems like they all got wide hips. Oh, good defense there from Panero initially to push Robertson up off the cage, but Robertson recovers and still ends up on top and moves to a minus 810 favorite here. What's up, PR in the house? Adam from Allen. Hey, not much. Just glad to be here. Watching fights with the boys. Be nice if we got a few ladies in here one of these days too, but yeah. Oh, nice elbows. Remember those 12-6 elbows. Those are new. Oh, he just told him nothing on the spine. I was wondering what the warning was. Did you guys see that? That might have been an illegal shot, too. Jillian Robertson was above Panero. 12-6 elbow. Right on the vajayjay. I mean, she literally shoved her elbow up her ass. Oh, man, I'm sure I've sweared enough times to get this demonetized now. Son of a gun. All right, guys. Bail me out here with some donations. No, Super Chat and Cash App, Seattle Mike, PayPal.me. I can't stop swearing, guys. I think I'm just going to continue to get demonetized. I noticed they've been a little, they've tightened up a little bit. They had loosened after a couple of the, of the ad apocalypse, but then, YouTube's kind of been tightening up its butthole lately. So I don't know what direction they're going to go next, but, a few of my streams, I think just for language, were, limited monetization. I haven't been completely demonetized for language on any of them, but I prefer not to get the limited monetization either, especially since you guys are nice enough to watch, a lot of you are nice enough to watch the ad breaks. Good left hand there from Robertson to start the second. And there's that right uppercut again from Pinheiro. She's very good with that. And there's a nice left hook from her. Now, notice how she throws her left hook very differently than Robertson. It's almost like a floating left hook. Good inside leg kick there from Pinheiro. Much, much different than what you see from Robertson, but it's faster, it's not as heavy. Good low leg kick, and then the body kick for Robertson. Like seeing those 12-6 elbows from Jillian in that first round, though, now that they're finally legal. For those that haven't seen, John Jones came out and said, I will finish Stipe Miocic with a 12-6 elbow. So, I don't know if that's going to be the case, but good body kick there from Robertson. People are saying through the week, I know Daniel Cormier and a few other people are like, don't underestimate Stipe. He is getting very old, though. Good right hand there from Pinheiro. And Pinheiro, she's shown some decent boxing. Phil D says, I gotcha, F it. Thank you, Phil D. Phil's always got my back. Good right hook there from Pinheiro. Robinson wrestling game loses its momentum. Yeah, that's true. Oh, good head kick there from Robertson, though. Pinheiro loses a lot after that first round, though. All of her finishes were in the first round, and as I mentioned, in lesser organizations you never heard of. But I got an idea for the Apex, and I want to see what you guys think of it. Here, oh, good left hook there from Pinheiro. So why don't we take the Apex and take your lighter divisions, get an atomweight, get a 105 at women's. I know that might not be super popular with some of you guys. Good right hook there from Pinheiro. But in Asian countries and other places all over the world, like atomweight, there's a lot of talented women in atomweight. And there's a lot of women that fought at 115 that really should have been atomweight. One of them was a Dana White Contender Series winner. She's only 22 years old. Spectacular fighter. Dana basically didn't sign her because he said, I don't think you're big enough right now for strawweight and you're too young. I don't want to do that to you. A couple of good right hooks there from Pinheiro. Anyways, where am I going with this? Take the Apex and have like women's atomweight, women's flyweight, put them both there, have the guys flyweight and bantamweight fights. Have them all there. Make it kind of like WEC was. Remember when WEC was all the lighter weight fighters? It'd be hard to say to throw bantamweight up there because it's such a great division with so many stars. Good left hand there from Pinheiro, but I almost feel like you have to make the Apex something different. Something like, oh, good left hook there from Pinheiro. Give people a reason to watch. Good straight right there from Pinheiro. Oh, that's a nice left from Jillian Robertson. And this wasn't the worst fight night card. Remember that, this card lost the debut, the co-main of Cody Garbrandt, and I think it was John Giles. I can't remember for sure. Robertson going for a takedown again here. Pinheiro's been doing a good job of fighting these. Very good job, PR. You were right. Robertson's wrestling does lose its momentum later on in the fight. Same as different toilets. Sorry to be tardy to the party. What's up, New Britain and Polly in the house? Yo, PR. Yes, cheers. Cheers and beers. Yeah, Robertson. Oh, she finally gets Panera to go down to a knee for a moment. There she finishes it. I'd like to see her look for a face crank here on the ground. Oh, a couple of big right hands here from Robertson. That was very important. I felt like that was a close round. I was probably leaning towards Luana. I think I'm still leaning towards. I think Luana won that round. I was surprised by that. She put her gas on a little bit. I think it's a round apiece. I think Robertson's going to have way more left in the gas tank coming into this third round, though. And I think she's probably going to either dominate this next round, if not, take Panera out. But we'll see. It's getting interesting. Like I said, Panera landing that right uppercut down the middle a lot, landing that kind of floating left hook. Yo, found a piece for sure. Round. Nice. If the Apex could seat 2,000 people, that would be cool. UFC should build it. They're remodeling. Robert was the one that was telling me about the remodel. Do you know what's involved in that, Robert? Are they adding seats? Does anybody know anything about the remodel? If not, I'll do some research lately. I really need to start putting some videos up to you. That can't be helping my lack of getting promoted by YouTube. Good right hook there from Robertson. And there's a right hand down the middle from Panero. So I'll take a little bit of credit for it myself. But I wouldn't say Robinson gas, but she's definitely losing confidence in her wrestling. Good little leg kick there from Luana. Yeah, well, Luana's had some pretty good defense in there. Oh, there's the body lock, and Robertson takes her down right to side control. And Luana's in trouble. This is a great position for Robertson. She's very patient on the ground. Oh, and look at that. How slick was that? She takes it from half side control straight to mount. And there's a nice elbow from the top. And there's another elbow, and Panero gives her the back. That was so slick. I mean, she had a leg trapped in side control, and she just slid it right in. Slid it right into mount. It's like when you're on the old lady and you're on top, you're in missionary position, and she lifts her hip up a little bit, and you just do a little flip and turn it right to doggy. That's what that was like. Good elbow from the top there from Robertson. See, I got to come up with creative ways to express myself that I got to outsmart YouTube since they don't like the swearing. And Robertson still in full mount. Wow. Panero almost gets out, though. Good little bounce off the fence and lands a good little hammer fist there from the bottom. Robertson's just going to go straight back into side control. She's got, beautiful elbow from the side there. And Jillian Robertson's got a great arm triangle. I'm definitely covering Jones and Stipe, yes. Remember, though, Tyson versus Jake Paul is the night before. It's on a Friday, so don't forget that. We are definitely covering that. Then we're covering Jones versus Stipe the next night. I want to do some stuff before that, too. A couple of good shots there from from Robertson from the top. We'll be able to get tickets to a Dana White Contender Series fight one day as a group. Oh, they're adding more room for seats so they can have guests at Contender Series as well. Nice. She just took her down. So we'll be under construction end of November. We'll be ready next summer for Dana White Contender Series. Nice. Some good left hooks there from the top from Jillian Robertson. They should give Jones that win back against Hamilton now that 12-6 is... I heard they were going to. Why do you think they should give it back, though? Because it was illegal at the time, PR. And I don't feel he should have been disqualified. But, I mean, that was the referee's decision at that point. Like, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you on that. Because, like, just because you change a rule... doesn't mean, I think, that you go back and reverse all the decisions from before. Now, disqualification, like, I can see it's a little different than other situations. And Luana Pinheiro working her way to top. How about that? A little twerker that could here on top, going for a guillotine. 45 seconds left here in the third. Next summer, poor Mike Tyson. 2 years ago, this Jake Tyson fight had been a blockbuster pay-per-view. Oh, dude, don't feel sorry for those guys financially. You know how much Netflix has got to be paying these guys? Probably way more than any pay-per-view would. Netflix is not looking to make money on this fight. They're looking to not just make a splash, but drop a meteor in the middle of the ocean that is live sports. P.S. Tyson gets knocked out. I hope not, but I can see why people think that. He's 58 years old. It's tough. Oh, a couple little nipple shots with the toes there from Pinheiro on the way out. You see that? By Paul Schmidt. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to say anybody makes it to 58 years old and defeats a guy who, no matter what you think about Jake Paul, he's young. He's in probably the prime of his career. He's been sparring and training with champions for years now. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize how much of an ask this is for any man that's 58 years old. Like, I'm not saying he can't do it. It's Mike Tyson. I don't count him out. He's very motivated. He looks great. He looks great in training. I hope he's on all the drugs in the world, because if he's not, he's not going to have enough testosterone, obviously, to fight a guy that's not even 30 years old. You gotta, they gotta let him have some, at least TRT. At least, TRT him up like they used to Vitor back in the day. But 58 is just, it's ancient in the fight world. It's ancient. Especially in a sport like boxing that depends on speed and reflexes so much. I mean, if this was a jiu-jitsu match, it's a different story. A jiu-jitsu or a judo match. But there's a reason there's senior divisions even in, in jiu-jitsu and judo.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. The totals are 29-27, 29-28, and 29-28.
29-28 is how I had it. Wow, somebody gave Robertson a 10-8. There might have been a 10-8 in there. I wasn't really thinking about the 10-8 or paying much attention, but that third round probably was a 10-8. So you all got Fury-Usyk rematch. Dude, that fight is so exciting. I almost forgot about it for a moment. Like, that is such a blockbuster fight. I cannot wait. I wouldn't bet on it. I don't even want to make a prediction on that. I know Usyk did so well in the last one, but Fury, man, you give Fury motivation. That guy is almost like nobody you've ever seen. He's almost inhuman. Like the way he got up against Deontay Wilder when he was completely out. Gets up at a 9 count like the frickin' Undertaker. Are you kidding me? Dude was how much overweight? Over 400 pounds. Loses like 150 pounds. Gets himself back into shape. It's hard to bet against that guy. And Usyk, really hard to bet against that guy. He's undefeated. he's found a way to use this like kind of blown up cruiserweight body to against these heavyweights. To really use that size to be really unhittable. He uses angles in, just in a beautiful way that I don't know if we've ever seen. I mean, if you want to talk about like lighter heavyweights, like, 220-ish and under, in between, 200 and 220, I mean, he might be the greatest small heavyweight in the last 30 years. And that's including Mike Tyson and Holyfield. I say maybe. Jake has too high level experience now. Tyson had better chance 2 years ago. Oh, absolutely. Think Usyk gets him again, but who knows? Have an unlikely parlay on Magnesium and Gerald. It's only $20 and the payout is solid. Yeah, that's got to be a great payout. That's an interesting fight. Reinier de Ridder making his debut against GM3 Gerald Meerschaert. I think a lot of people counting Gerald Meerschaert out in that fight, but Reinier de Ridder is a submission specialist, and GM3 is one of the best submission fighters in the history of that division. I mean, as far as stats, dude's got 29 submissions. He's 37-17 with 29 submissions, 35 of his 37 wins coming by way of finish. He's also been finished 12 times, though, and 8 of those finishes were by submission. He's 2-5 when it goes to decision. I think this fight is handicapped fairly. Oh, Gerald Meerschaert just went to a plus 250. He was plus 2. Okay, yeah, he was like plus 240, I guess, before. Reinier de Ridder moves up from a minus 290 to a minus 310. I guess that's fairly average from what we've seen recently. You see a lot of the favorites become a little bigger favorites as it gets closer to the fight. I think that's honestly a lot of your probably low IQ gamblers if you're betting there, but it makes it a little harder on the live bettors. Gaston Bolanos, Cortavius Ramius up next. This is a solid fight. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this fight. That's why you guys have to watch Dana White Contender Series. And I know you guys were, like the Contender Series streams that we did. I know I got interrupted towards the end of the season, but the ones that we did were outperforming Fight Nights as far as numbers. So, how cool a name is that, too? Cortavius Ramius. I mean, it sounds like a Greek god or something. I almost want to bet on him just because of the name. Like, how can you not be a badass with that name? All right, I'm going to put up the poll for this one, but if you don't vote right away, I'm going to go over their records. We'll do a what have you done for me lately, look at the odds, and give you guys a few more tools to make your pick by. Yes, we got the last pick right. So good job, guys. Actually, that's 2 in a row. We're 2-0 today. Good job, guys. You guys have picked both of them. So moves us to 68 and 49 in made card bets. There is Gaston Bolanos, former Muay Thai world champion, 7-4 in MMA. But that's one of the reasons I say this is a very interesting fight. On the other side, Cortavius Ramius, 9-2, but the guy has 6 first-round finishes. So maybe think about taking the under on the rounds, over and under. I'm going to say probably comes in at 2.5 for this fight. I haven't looked at it yet, though, so let's see what it does come in. Let's go to what have you done for me lately? We'll start with Bolanos. I'm honestly not sure who the underdog is in this one. I have not looked. So, I love the nickname here though, the Dream Catcher, Gaston, the Dream Killer, Bolanos, 7-4, 6 knockouts, 1-1 when it goes to decision, but he's been finished 3 times in his 4 losses, twice by submission, once by knockout, and that knockout was in his last fight, spinning wheel kick and punches. It's been 10 months, so he's had time to recover from that, hopefully. Won a few in a row before that. Lost his last 2 in Bellator. You can see he was over in Bellator for a long time. Debuted in Bellator, actually. That's unusual, especially a guy that didn't have any amateur MMA career. To debut in Bellator, they must have really thought a lot of him. So let's go to Cortavius. Are you entertained? Ramios, 9-2, 7 wins coming by way of finish. 5 of them by submission, 2-1 when it goes to decision. He hasn't finished once. That was by knockout. On Dana White Contender Series, actually. Knocked out by Ramon Taveras in the 29 seconds of the first round. Then finishes Eric Vo by armbar over in North Iowa Fights in 50 seconds. Dana must really like this guy because not only did he lose in Contender Series, then when he comes back, he doesn't finish the guy. So Dana doesn't sign a lot of guys that don't get finishes, and not a lot of guys get to come back. So he must really like him. Let's look at the odds here. Ramius is a -250 favorite. Bolanos comes in a +205 underdog. God, I don't even really have a prediction on this fight. I just hope it's a good fight. This is not one that I'm really swayed on a whole lot one way or the other. Did I not put the poll up? I thought I did. Well, I did not. So, what's your opinion on Jake's career if Tyson KOs him? My opinion is at that point he goes down to a guy that could beat former MMA fighters but couldn't beat real boxers because his other loss was to a real boxer that was not very good. Just watch a Fury interview. I'm rooting for him, but Usyk is a beast and focused. That's Phil D, what you smoking on? Talking about sour diesel, I just picked some up. Jet fuel, which is OG Aspen, crossed with a high county sour diesel. Nice. Magny, it auto-corrected to magnesium. That's funny. That's probably what I will need after I lose my bet. Some milk and magnesium. That's a tough bet to win. I hope that payout is huge. Some Godfather OG and a few other strains. Got a sour diesel left. I save that stuff for special times. Nice. What up, my nizzles? What's up, Frankie Chorizo? Glitter Bomb strain, which is grape gas crossed with OGKB blueberry headband that will knock your socks off. All right, everybody, please hit that like and share button, because you know YouTube's not, they are not sharing this stream whatsoever. You can't even find it from typing in Fights with Friends. Brown with purple hairs, best ever. For instance, once I smoked this brown stuff, but not shifty kind of brown, my dumbass said it like 8 times. I saw checkers, and I collapsed. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Sounds like some good ashes, Phil. Oh, jeez. Have more smoke now than I ever thought I would. What a time to be alive. It's fantastic. I know all the things that people talk about, and you know what I don't see a lot of in this group? And maybe it's the generations. I don't see a lot of you constantly feeling sorry for yourself. I didn't tell you, I get so sick lately of social media. So many people, oh, woe is me, everything's horrible, the world's coming to an end. Shut up and make your own destiny, right? You know, if you're working hard and you're constantly being kicked down, you got a lot of things working against you, like, say, physical or mental disabilities and stuff. Like, I get it, yeah, life's tough. But if you're an able-bodied person under, like, the age of 60, it's a great time to be alive. You know, it might be hard to buy a house for a minute. But other than that, seems like a pretty damn good time to be alive to me. All right, 100% in so far for the underdog at Gaston Bolanos. Make sure and hit that vote button. Heard Canada has always had better stuff than here. Well, here it's like state to state now, too. Because when I went to Oregon, like, things were a lot different. The way they're packaged, the way they, sell things. Both states are the same on edibles here. I don't think they always were, but now you cannot buy any package of edibles that's over 100 milligrams. So you can buy a 100 milligram bar. You can buy a container that has 25 milligram mints in it, like my lightweight self does. But yeah, it gets a little different. And there in Oregon, it was basically the same, but they had a lot more like the bombs, like the 100 milligrams in like a chocolate this big, And it was not packaged near as well there. We are all lucky, regardless of how crappy life can be. Can you think of another time that was better? In general, I mean, I love the 90s, but there's also, nostalgia is a real thing. All right, Gaston Bolanos, 2 years older, 32, 3 inches taller at 5'7". He'll have a 1 inch reach advantage at 69 inches. And he comes in a 2-1 underdog. All right, any more votes? Bolanos, 100% at the moment. Out of the blue corner, a -260 favorite out of St. Louis, Missouri. 9 wins against 2 losses. Cortavius Ramios. All right, guys, about 30 more seconds or so here to vote. If anybody wants to throw another vote in there, out of the red corner, a +210 underdog out of Dublin, California. 7 wins against 4 losses. Gaston Bolanos. California's always had better stuff, but the 90s used to get shipments of BC Bud and Alaska Thunder. Some of the best we could get at this time. That was close to Cal Weed. Kerry Hatley is the referee. Never thought I'd be saying this to you guys, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to keep the channel going. If you guys could throw like a little censor in your swear words, like an asterisk for one of the letters, asterisk or a star or a hashtag or whatever. It might help us a little bit with YouTube. Good little leg kick there from Bolanos. And Ramius answers with one. Oh, good right hook from Bolanos. And, you know, I know I complain a lot about, oh, they don't want me swearing, all this stuff. But if you're on TV, you can't say those words. Good moment there from Bolanos. Floored Ramius for a minute. And there's a good inside leg kick from Bolanos. Right hand down the middle from Cortavius. Head kick Bolanos. And there's a good low leg kick from Bolanos. 420 left here in the first. Nasty leg kick there from Ramius. Love the 90s, but I couldn't live the way I do now if it was still the 90s. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, ours says Alaskan. We had White Widow, White Rhino, Trainwreck, some of the California strains. Inside leg kick there from Bolanos and another. And I don't know if you guys are struggling a little bit with, like I talk about it, and some of it's my own kids and kids like their age. Like, everything is so horrible. It's like, you know, I thought my kids were pretty grateful for the most part, but like most of this generation, like, they are so freaking entitled and not grateful. My kids, like I said, my kids are grateful for what they have for the most part. Oh, a good job there from Bolanos reversing that, but oh, Ramius about came out with an armbar on the other side. Both guys taking some high-level risks there. It's Bolanos that ends up on top. Ramius doing a good job, though, with the guard and grabbing the hands, pulling Bolanos in. He might get a stand-up here. I have a feeling that we're going to start seeing a few more stand-ups in the UFC, which I only think you break the fighters for stalling. I'm fine with breaking a fight for stalling, but other than that, like, let them keep going. Oh, good right hook there from Bolanos and a big knee to the body. Trainwreck to this day has been one of the strongest weeds I ever smoked. Nice, I say that, but I was a kid in the 90s. I don't have the perspective of what it was like being an adult in the 90s. Dude, all the adults... Did it seem, when we were young, it seemed like all the adults were old and stupid? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a jerk. That's quite possible. My wife tells me I'm an a-hole all the time. Good inside leg kick there from Bolanos. That and a strain my friend bought from Northern Cali, grower and Humboldt. Friend brought it down to South Cal. It was called Effing Incredible. Nice. PBR says you should try these. If you don't want to share that, you don't have to. PBR, he just sent me something though. Robert probably knows. Oh my goodness, I would die. I would die. 1,000 deaths. Good body kick there from Bolanos. And another. Good low leg kick. Bolanos having a heck of a first round. There's another good low leg kick from him. You guys knew what you were talking about maybe with you guys voted 100% for Bolanos. Good body kick there from Bolanos. And what do the odds makers think about this? Yeah, they got Bolanos a minus 195 favorite now. Cortavius Ramius plus 150 dog. 45 seconds left to go here in the first. Yeah, Bolanos just picking Cortavius apart on the feet. And Bolanos now looking to be the one to get Ramius to the ground. Oh, big knee up the middle there from Bolanos. Yeah, man, that's why I try to have empathy for my kids, because I probably look and sound old and stupid to them just the same. Haha. Voted for the simplest name is Gaston, like Disney cartoon. That's hilarious. Oh, big left hook there from Ramius, though. Ramius going nuts at the ground and pound here. Really looking to get a finish late. I don't think he did enough to win the round, though. I still gave Gaston the first. But, I mean, how cool are you if you're in Vegas or wherever the hell you are, and you're riding with Gaston Bolanos and Cortavius Ramios? Well, I say that, and then as soon as I said it, I thought, well, also, if you're single, that probably means you're not getting any of the girls. You might get a little bit of their leftovers if they get too busy. You got two ripped guys that are named Gaston Bolanos and Cortavius Ramios. Like, oh, they are. They're gonna have a buffet. They're gonna have a buffet of a JJ in Las Vegas. I think I can get away with saying that. Buffet of a JJ. Guess we'll find out. No one fights like Gaston. No one. That's the only part of the song I remember. We went to that restaurant when we were in Disney World, Robert. We went to the Be Our Guest restaurant because that's like my wife's dream, and it was everything. I'm so glad we went because it was everything she expected. She was just like on another planet. She loved it so much. The food was incredible. Oh, nice body kick there from Gaston Bolanos to start the second. I gave him the first round 10-9. Beautiful left hook upstairs, though, and right hook to the body from Ramios. And I think that's the reason Dana keeps wanting to give this guy chances, because he's so explosive. And there's a belly-to-back suplex from Ramios. But, these kind of moves also take a ton of energy. No one fights like Gaston. No one. People who were 30 plus in the 90s were more lame because they didn't want South Park and movies like that kind of humor. Dude, and they all look like they're a million years old because they smoked 100 cigarettes a day. Knew you would get that reference because you just went. Oh, yes, of course. All right, Ramius with hooks in. But no, seriously, take your kids or don't take your kids. So to Disney World, well worth it. Best food I've ever had in my life, for sure. God, I came back, though, I made a couple petite sirloins for me and the wife, and we're like, oh, this just does not hit the same now. We got spoiled. We got spoiled eating, filet mignon and these nice meals every night, and we're like, yeah, this is kind of dry. It was a petite sirloin. I threw in a Foreman grill too, so that's a bit of a sin. But I'm 45 and I've watched South Park from day one. Yep, me too, man. And Ramios with hooks in. And he's got a lot of time to work here. 3 minutes left in the second. Cortavius Ramos with a dominant position here. Hooks in, going for the rear naked. And you see Bolanos trying to bridge up here. He's using the fence there with his feet there for a moment. That was pretty good. But wasn't really able to better his position. Thought and Beavis and Butthead, help mold me. So that's why you're here, Robert. We're just a bunch of flippin' degenerates. And Ramios hooks in. He's stretching him out now. He's got Bolanos lined up. So now Bolanos' only defense is basically the hand fight. Oh, good. Look at Bolanos here. Look at him pushing himself up out of this. Ramios did have him lined up, but Bolanos used the fence to push off with his feet. Oh, and here come the 12-6s. Hits him with two 12-6 elbows that are now thankfully legal. And it not only hurts Ramios, it helps Bolanos get to his feet. Oh, flying knee, and there's an elbow for Bolanos. I told you guys this was not a fight that people were sleeping on this fight. And it has been incredible so far. There's 3 big knees to the body from Bolanos and an elbow in the clinch. This is a firefight. Fire. Yes, fire. I remember when they made them stop saying that for a while because they thought kids were making fires because of Beavis and Butthead. No, we were Gen X. We were just crazy. We were gonna light things on fire anyways. Just who we were. Oh, big elbow from the top there from Bolanos. There's another one. Let's see some more of those 12-6s, boys. Man, that's a bad cut on the right eye of Ramios. And there's more elbows from Bolanos. 20 seconds left here in the second. And here's one of Ramios's biggest weaknesses, I think, is let's see how he comes out in that third round. He explodes for a few moments, but then he expends a lot of energy. Oh, and here's combination of elbows here from Bolanos and more shots. Wow. So I got a 2018 Gaston Bolanos. He was the underdog coming into this fight. Let's see where we're at now, though. Oh, yeah, Bolanos is a minus 345 favorite. Remember, he started out as over a 2-1 underdog. Ramios is now the underdog at plus 250. Seeing as far as our live bettors, though, like if I'm at the casino, I hate that they're having this commercial here. Because if I'm live betting, I want to see how Cortavius Ramios is breathing right now. I want to get a gauge on how tired he is before he goes into this third round. That's a very important part of my strategy right now. And there we go. Oh, he is sucking wind. Boys and girls. Cortavius Ramios, he looks like he just ran 3 marathons. Gaston's sucking a little wind too, though. This has been an explosive fight, and they embrace it with a hug before the start of the third. Good little leg kick there from Gaston. See, I'm fine with it at the beginning of the fight, the round, and the end, as long as they're not high-fiving, 12 times in the middle of the fight. Good exchange of right hands there. A good body kick from Ramios, but he falls off balance, works right into a leg lock attempt. As I mentioned, something these leg lock guys, they have one more weapon to worry about now, and that's those 12-6 elbows. And Bolanos might use this leg lock that Ramios is working on here to his advantage. He slips this, he might be able to just get right into mount. Remember getting in trouble as a kid because mom's boyfriend had a PA in his car, and I got out mic. It's like fire in a parking garage in Vegas. Oh, that's great. Mom's boyfriend thought it was funny. Mom not. Asian tourists are actually running. Oh, God. Oh, man, Robert. Oh, Bolanos is working on a triangle choke here from the bottom. Also landed a couple of good elbows there. Oh, wow, look at this. He's got the triangle choke from a 6'9" position. This is sick. Oh, and Ramios just pulls right out of it, though. Now takes the back. Now Cortavius Ramios has got the back. What a back-and-forth fight. Look at him just dragging. It looks like when you're dragging your kid out of the grocery store that's been... somebody's dragging their kids out that were begging to get something. My kids never did that, but... And Bolanos up to his feet. Of course, now they'll come back and be like, yeah, that's why, because you were so cheap, Dad. You were such a cheapskate, and we knew we weren't getting anything. No, you were just well-behaved. All right, Bolanos with the takedown again. Ramios on the bottom. If always been this twisted, Robert. Hey, what better way is there to be? Couple more good elbows there from Bolanos. Oh, he thought about the head kick to a down opponent there. Good thing he didn't. There was a knee. Now, we got the 12-6 elbows back. There was supposed to be some change to the definition of a down opponent, too. I think we just seen it there. Because Bolanos landed a knee to the head of Ramios. And I think Ramios' hands were on the canvas. So if they finally got that implemented, thank God. That'd drive me nuts. Some fighters would just, like, to avoid getting kneed in the head, they would just put a finger on the canvas, like part of a hand. It's like, no, that's ridiculous. You're not a down opponent because you touched the canvas. Oh, good takedown there from Bolanos, and that was important. Bolanos might be winning all three of these rounds, too. In a fight, as I mentioned, he came in a pretty significant underdog. Bolanos now a minus 620 favorite. Wow, just switched to a minus 270 favorite. Ramios plus 200. Jeez, I would totally pull the trigger on Bolanos right now, minus 270. Even if you got a rogue judge there, I don't see how they could give Ramios 2 rounds. What's up, Wyatt? John's just gonna say Tom is under serving, and we're supposed to be cool with it, right? Oh, good kick there, good head kick there from Bolanos. Ramios gets the takedown immediately, though. Yeah, that's ridiculous. If you guys didn't see the interview, John Jones had an interview with Kevin Iole, and he said, oh no, I'm not giving this Tom Aspinall a fight. Basically, he's just the flavor of the month, and he's not going to make a name off of me. I want to fight legacy fights. After Stipe, I want, maybe Alex Pereira. So it's like, if you want Pereira, drop back down to 205 and relinquish your belt, and I'm fine with that. Good elbows from the bottom here from Bolanos. I think Bolanos just dominated this fight everywhere it went. And the debut of Reinier de Ridder is up next, guys. Gerald Meerschaert, Reinier de Ridder. This card is flying by. Gaston for the win? I mean, I would say so. I would think it would be a carriage of misjustice if we didn't get this decision. It would be one of the worst decisions that we have seen, I think, here in MMA, and that's saying a lot. Tom has already defended the interim, right? I mean, come on. Yeah. Has anybody ever, what did Tony defend the interim, I believe? I think he's the only guy that had ever done it before that. You're going to call him 2-time interim champion? All right, I'm going to take a quick restroom break before this decision. victory is Gaston Bolanos. Gets it done. No surprise on the decision there.
I couldn't do it without this man right here, Kieran Fitzgibbons. Without my coach right here, Mauricio Calvo, and my coach Danny Castillo. But most importantly, I've been dreaming about dedicating this fight to my father, the man that we moved here when we were 13. When I was 13 years old, I saw this man work 3 jobs.
All right, how's it going, my guy? Anyone else is in an NFL team doing as good as my Eagles are? The Chiefs, I guess. Fantasy team setting way more records than your Eagles, bro. Every single guy is dead. Yeah, Wyatt's had like basically every single one of his original starters has been injured. I've never seen anything like it. It's literally a train wreck.
I definitely saw him fade in the third. I had to dig deep. I've been working on my wrestling. I've been working on my jiu-jitsu. I wanted to be in those tough positions, and I wanted to show that I belong in this division. I wanted to show that I'm a UFC bantamweight, and I'm here to fucking stay, man. CSA striking system. Here it is, man. This man right here.
Oh, you're going to get me demonetized there, Gaston, with the language. And apparently it's okay on ESPN, but not on YouTube.
Nice win, a nice response to some.
Except train wrecks usually have at least a couple survivors. Yeah, Matt Hughes survived a wreck with a train. Now that he's getting better, we can talk about it. Like, how great is that victory? How great is that recovery? Dude, you think you're going to beat me? Dude, I got hit by a train and I'm here. This plagued with the same problem beginning of the season. That's one reason why I have 5 losses. Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems in fantasy football is the injuries. All right, that's another win for you guys. That's 3-0 on the picks today. Good picks, guys. And I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't really want to pick a winner in that last one, but gun to head, I might have picked Cortavius. Oh, yes, Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler. A fight that's coming now. Wow, how exciting is that fight? It's going to be incredible. I mean, I got Oliveira on that fight, but still, incredible fight. All right, the man, the two-time two-weight champion of former two-weight champion of ONE FC, Reinier de Ridder, about to make his UFC debut. This guy is a tough SOB, and he's taken on a pretty tough SOB himself, Gerald Meerschaert. I mean, come on, Gerald Meerschaert's 37 wins, 35 finishes, 29 of them by submission. Reinier de Ridder, also a submission guy. I think he should dominate on the feet, but you can never count out a guy like Meerschaert. This is not an easy fight for the debut of Reinier de Ridder. Not as tough a fight, of course, as his MVP got for his debut. But still, it's a pretty tough fight. All right, let's get a poll up for this one. I don't know how many. Hopefully all you guys know who Reinier de Ridder is. All right, there's our poll. And let's go to what have you done for me lately. Let's look at these two fighters. We'll start out with GM3, Mr. Gerald Meerschaert. Hamzat impressed me so much against Rob. No, I think so too. Eagles look great, Rob. 4 starters injured, first 5 weeks. Damn. Yeah, Chubb should do well. Nick Chubb should do well, Robert. Ever since Hamzat dominated Gerald, I've lost respect for him. What? Gerald's talking all that S? Oh, respect for Gerald. All that all week. Then got knocked out in less than 30 seconds. But, dude, Hamzat does that to everybody. All right, GM3, 36 years old, 37-17. 35 of his 37 wins coming by finish. 29 of those by submission. 2-5 when it goes to the cards. He's been finished 12 times, including 8 times submitted. Coming up back-to-back wins, both submissions over Brian Barberena. To be fair, a guy that was an overweight, welterweight guy that always looked like he should have been in the lightweight division. And then submitted Edmund Shaboisian in a fight. He was losing that for a minute, but Edmund makes stupid decisions, and there you go. Fight against Andre Potosky, very close split decision loss. Of course, he got smoked by Joe Pyfer, who was coming off of, his first loss in the UFC. Very motivated. You want to go all the way back to here, victory over Bruno Silva. Let's check out his opponent, Reinier de Ridder. Is this guy going to have some goosebumps? 17-2, 15 of those wins coming by way of finish, 11 submissions, 4 knockouts. He was a 2-weight champion, had them both at the same time in ONE FC, middleweight and light heavyweight. Lost his last 2 fights in ONE FC, though, both to the same guy, absolute beast, and Anatoly Malikin. That guy was a 3-weight champion over in ONE FC until last night. And there you see it. Reinier de Ridder, former ONE Championship, light heavyweight and middleweight champion. 10 first-round finishes. Dude is a beast. Dude is a beast. And you see he walked through a lot of guys, including Ong Leon Sang, which was a dominant champion there for a while and won. Oh, and let's look at the odds real quick. Reinier de Ridder minus 310. Gerald Meerschaert plus 250. So the odds aren't crazy out there, but Reinier definitely a favorite, sizable favorite at 3-1. Did he look roided in one? We're gonna see a melted physique. I don't really remember him looking roided, but he might have been. RDR, let's go. Show me always deserve to be in the UFC. Thought Anatoly actually won last. I thought he won that fight too. I went back and watched it later today, and split decision loss. I thought he got robbed, but had more control time and shots landed. Yeah, really the only bad thing was he got that yellow card, but I didn't think that was enough to turn the fight, especially to lose a championship. But he still got championships in 2 weight classes there. Anatoly Malikin, from middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight championship over there, was defending his heavyweight championship last night. Gerald Meerschaert, back-to-back wins, most submissions, 11, and finishes 12 in UFC middleweight history. As you mentioned earlier, he's finished 35 of his 37 wins, has those 29 submissions. I feel like his only chance in this fight is if Reinier takes him down, tries to get get sloppy on a submission. We did see him get sloppy and put his head into a guillotine against Anatoly Malikin. He did get out of it. Gerald's tough on the ground. I expect Reinier to try to keep this standing probably in the first round and just kind of work from there. Doesn't look like he's got a melted physique, Wyatt. And more control time and shots landed. I didn't bet on this fight. If I was going to, I would take the plus 165 on De Ridder by submission. Gerald Meerschaert, 2 years older at 36. De Ridder, 3 inches taller at 6'4". He'll have a 2.5-inch reach advantage at 78 inches. Meerschaert, most pro fights on this card by far with 54 fights. And let's look at our poll. Reinier de Ridder, 100%. You guys know your shit. Out of the blue corner, a minus 325 favorite out of Breda, Netherlands. 17 wins against 2 defeats. The former 1 championship middleweight and light heavyweight champion, Reinier de Ridder. Reinier takes him down, tries to get sloppy on him. All right, now to the red corner. Out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a plus 260 underdog, 37-17. 7-9 is a UFC underdog, 29 wins coming by way of submission. Gerald, GM3, Meerschaert. And Mike, my chest is so itchy, Beltran will be the referee for this one because they continue to make him shove that huge mustache into his shirt. He's dedicated to that mustache. That's gotta itch like he's got crabs on his belly. Good push kick to the body there from De Ridder. Start things out. Let's see if there's any nerves. Oh, there's a good left hand from Meerschaert. Meerschaert, maybe jump on him early. Maybe hope for a little bit of those octagon jitters. Good 1-2 down the middle there from Meerschaert. Straight right from Gerald. Oh, De Ridder tried to grab the tie clinch. Oh, beautiful right hook to the temple there from Meerschaert. And a counter straight right. Meerschaert answers with the right hand of his own. I do expect De Ridder to be the better striker, and he is a southpaw. Good low leg kick there from Meerschaert. Or excuse me, from De Ridder on Meerschaert. Oh, big 1-2 from Meerschaert and a left hook. Ridder ate it well. Good low leg kick there from De Ridder. You don't want to eat too many shots like that, though. And there is De Ridder going for a takedown. Meerschaert immediately looks guillotine, but De Ridder was able to throw that shoulder in there to block that. Takes it down, tries to get sloppy on him. That's got to itch like he's got cramps. I got to be more creative now. YouTube told me to stop swearing, so... Oh, nice shot from the bottom there from De Ridder, and GM3 decides to stand up. Good straight right there from De Ridder. I think Meerschaert's seen something in the standing that he liked. He did land a few good shots. Good left hook to the body there from Meerschaert. Oh, cannon of a left hook from Gerald. And there's a good counter left from De Ridder. Look, that right hand to the chin snaps De Ridder's head back, and there's another right hook. Good straight right there from De Ridder. So don't forget that, good low leg kick there from De Ridder. Oh, good counter right there from Meerschaert. And there's another straight right from de Ridder. It was a two-way champ. He looks lethargic. Yeah, he does. Good left hand there from Meerschaert. And he's used to competing halfway across the world. Yeah, he's bleeding bad. There's a right hand down the middle from Meerschaert. And let's look at some odds here. Yeah, I was right. Meerschaert coming up the favorite all of a sudden. Minus 195, plus 150 on Reinier de Ridder. And he jumps into a guillotine. He's got to be really careful on the ground. He's able to get out. That might have been just because of so much blood that he was able to slip out. Kind of like when you're going to get your Red Wings with your lady and, you know, just kind of slips out all that blood. Oh, Meerschaert. Meerschaert's got a nasty guillotine. Reinier's got to be careful here. He's out, but there's a great elbow, left elbow there from Meerschaert. And there's a right hook from Gerald. He's dominating this first round. Good inside leg kick there from de Ridder. But Meerschaert tries to drop for a takedown. Stopped easily by Gerald. And Gerald lands a nasty elbow. You got to start to wonder how much of those two knockout losses to Anatoly Malikin, how much are they affecting Reinier mentally, you know, and his chin. Good exchange of right hands there. 20 seconds left in the first. Oh, what a left hand from de Ridder. His best shot of the fight. Oh, big elbow from de Ridder. And there's a left hook, and I thought he was going to get it stopped. I thought Gerald was out. Wow, and this fight is even at minus 115. I have never wanted to bet on a minus 115 so bad right now. Put your money on de Ridder. I mean, if you're looking to bet the live odds on de Ridder, this could not have went any better for you. He was plus 150 for a minute. I think he comes back and takes this fight over now. I think the UFC jitters are done. He got hit. He got tested. You know, and he got tested by Meerschaert with a few submission attempts too. Came out of those pretty easily. Gerald looking good. I remember, y'all, I bet on him and Neil. That 2 to pay 420. Oh, okay, I got to go for Gerald now then. Got to go for Gerald if you bet money on him. Well, Neil going to get smashed. Knowing my luck. Reinier, the apple fritter, looking rough. Oh, snap. Saved by the bell. Told you RDR hit so hard. Dead even right now. But that shot will stay with you. Yes. Yeah, I think de Ridder takes over now. And de Ridder drops her takedown attempt, lands 2 left hooks to the body. Not able to get the takedown though, and now he's going to the body with the push kicks. More importantly, when he hurt Gerald at the end of the round and almost, you know, knocked him down and almost stopped him, that might have won him the round. Good left hand there from Meerschaert, and yeah, de Ridder cannot take Meerschaert down though. He's definitely tried. Oh, now he finally gets him as soon as I say that. Nice little Ochigari on the inside, and he's going to slowly try to move to side control and beat Gerald up a little bit before he goes for a submission. Remember, Meerschaert has been submitted 8 times himself. He's also submitted 29 fighters. Good left hand there from Reinier from the top. And yeah, like I said, if you were able to jump on that plus 150 on Reinier de Ridder, that's probably one of the best live bets of the day. I don't see this starting to go any better for Gerald. Gerald landed some good shots from his back, but just does not have a lot of leverage there. Oh, 4-punch combination. There's a left hook at the end of it. 5-punch from Gerald, though. And De Ridder goes for a Tayatoshi, blocked by Meerschaert. Meerschaert ends up on top. So you got to wonder when he went for that throw, it seemed like Gerald was a little heavier than he expected him to be. Remember in 1FC, they're not allowed to cut, 30 pounds on the day before the event. So I wonder if that's the reason he underestimated him. Gerald back up on scorecards, PR. I don't know, man. Let's look at the odds here, though. Yeah, Meerschaert is a favorite again, minus 145. De Ridder plus 114. I still like De Ridder in this fight, and if I can get plus money on him, I would take it. Not betting advice, just my opinion. Oh, nice shot from the bottom there from De Ridder, but there's a good left hook from the top from Meerschaert. Man, Meerschaert knows how to control you from the top. That was a good left hook to the temple. De Ridder looking for a submission from the bottom. He's got that left leg around the neck of Meerschaert. Lands a couple good shots from the bottom there. Meerschaert doing a good job of neutralizing that right leg of Meerschaert, though, so he's not quite able to get both legs up there. Meerschaert looking for that high rubber guard. He wants to go for that triangle. What's up, Eddie Alvarez? Cheers, my friend. RDR bleeding from the nose. Not a good look for 1FC, Wyatt. Yo, Eddie. No, not really, man. I agree with you, Wyatt. Now, he is a guy that, like I said, lost his last two fights on the way out. Got knocked out, but before that, he was undefeated. Fishing for an armbar here. And a very even second round here. You see, strikes pretty close to even. Another takedown there from Gerald. Gets it with that nice little sweep on the inside. 35 seconds left here in the second. Live odds still have De Ridder a slight underdog at plus 114. And Meerschaert going for a submission attempt there for a minute. Now De Ridder back on top, lands some good shots to the body and head. Meerschaert looking for an armbar though. Not able to get it. These guys are both so slippery right now. And there it is. Round apiece. Could be. With these judges, it could be a round apiece. They could have either one of these guys up 2-0. Who knows? This fight is hard to call, PR. I agree. Well, I just found out Canadians don't celebrate Thanksgiving like here in America. You guys do yours in October. Learn something new every day. Yes, sir. Now everything here is Christmas theme. Feels like we have Xmas season for 6 months. It's interesting that you guys even celebrate Christmas. Dead even right now is PR. It definitely could be. Odds have it dead even. Actually, they have Gerald as a slight favorite, minus 130. De Ridder plus 100. This fight could definitely go either way. Yeah, regardless, win or lose, even if Gerald comes out and just dominates, or if Reineer comes out and dominates and finishes Gerald in the third, his stock still drops significantly, in my opinion. He also does look significantly smaller than Meerschaert. I mean, he's more cut, but Gerald looks like he weighs 20 pounds more. Good push kick to the body from De Ridder, and there's a straight right. Meerschaert comes in and immediately gets the body lock. We'll see how De Ridder's takedown defense is against Gerald. And, oh, Meerschaert just pushes him down. Nice use of leverage there from Meerschaert. Good couple of good rights there from De Ridder. And Meerschaert drops again. Good sprawl there from De Ridder. ESPN app keeps crashing. Oh, that sucks. Wow, WTF, Mike. Interesting that you guys even celebrate Christmas. Mike West think it looks like Dubai. We ain't all Muslim, bro. I was just messing with you on that. I know you celebrated Christmas. I just know you have some pretty dominant left-wing media over there, so I wouldn't doubt if everybody was atheists. Oh, De Ridder's got the back. Meerschaert's in trouble here. I think he's going to finish it here. Oh, moves to arm triangle. He's got a great arm triangle. No, I think this fight's over. I think De Ridder's going to submit him here. This is a bad position. And Gerald's still in there, but barely. There's the tap. And it's over. Reinier de Ridder gets the arm triangle submission here in the third.
And a big debut in the octagon.
Damn.
Reinier de Ridder.
And that was a great fight.
You guys believe Jesus was born on Christmas? Is that just... Well, nobody believes that now. He's born in like April or something.
There was some really good work going on there between the two of them. Obviously, de Ridder got the job done, but it wasn't easy. But there was the takedown in round two. Trying to pass guard here. Some very technical stuff between the two of them. Meerschaert works the way back up but made a mistake. The back progressed to mount. And then from here, Meerschaert exhausted as well. He takes the head and arm.
Yeah, beautiful head and arm choke there from De Ridder. In a lot more trouble than I think most people thought he was going to be, though. Gerald just sharded. Oh. I knew I told you. Depends on who you talk to, Rob. Believe Jesus was born. That's good enough for me. Well, there goes my bet. Sorry, PR. I'm glad it was only $20, though. Some people here believe Jesus is a fat Mexican taco salesman. Pronounced Jesus. I believe that, too. Good call on the outcome. What's up, Adam from Allen? Thank you. Yeah, you guys got another one right, too, on the polls. 4 for 4. I don't remember the last time that happened. 70 and 49 overall. And we are here at the main event. Wow, that went quickly. So you know the pacing here from ESPN. They're going to make us wait a minute for the main event. I know they are. They like to get that ad revenue. Man, are they getting ad revenue right now, too, with college basketball and football going at the same time? All right, Neil Magny, Carlos Prates. I'm going to put up the poll now early, but first, let's do What Have You Done For Me Lately? And get an idea of what's going to happen in this fight, hopefully. Oh, let's hear a little bit from De Ridder here.
I think I just Gerald Meerschaert and Gerald Meerschaert, so thank you, Gerald.
For those people that don't know, you guys know.
I think Gerald Meerschaert is Gerald Meerschaert.
Was it personal coming into this one?
No, it wasn't personal. It was my first one here, so I really
All right, Ridder.
good stuff. And I hope I did. Did I get hurt? Not really, right?
Yeah, it still looked good. So for those that don't know, you were a champion in another organization. You've got a big reputation. You made your UFC debut.
Rob was wondering how much crack could smoke.
I don't know. Talk to the brass maybe, because New York is on the way home.
Oh, you can see it a lot around here.
What's it?
around Seattle. It's a bit concerning here. I don't know if you guys seen about last night, though. Seattle kind of turned into Gotham last night. There was a stabbing spree. Some guy stabbed 10 people in a 24-hour, about a 24-hour long time frame in Chinatown yesterday. So I guess apparently they arrested the suspect. For some reason, they're not saying who the suspect is. I'm going to assume they may never. I'll let you guys read into that what you may. I'm curious to see if they mention the suspect. No, suspect arrested. No, they're not going to say. Well, that tells you a lot. I think that tells you a lot. And you guys watch the Penguin show? It's great, I think. That one's next for me. Me and the wife have been watching Gotham. I don't know why I waited so long to watch it, because I'm a huge Batman fan. I guess it was because it was just after The Dark Knight, probably, and I'm like, Batman without Batman? That sounds dumb. And now if you guys have not watched Gotham, like, it is like Sopranos meets Batman. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, Penguin's on the list after that. It's like a mob movie in the DC universe. Beautiful. Probably. NPR says probably. Oh, don't know why. Stay away from those zombies. It's like a mob. I could tell you how much. Could smoke. I could smoke. Say The Sopranos, greatest show ever written, so I'm interested in the Penguin. Oh yeah, I love Sopranos. That's probably my favorite show ever. Like Breaking Bad. Between that and Breaking Bad, it's pretty tough because Breaking Bad is really good too. Gotham isn't bad for a TV show. Oh, there's so many villains. It's so violent. Penguin is next for Mike Schmidt. One day. Next series. That doesn't mean I won't finish The Climb before that. Wait till you see the Penguins. Phil, nothing touched The Sopranos. Penguin is shot. All right. Yeah, YouTube's really been pestering me to cut down on the swearing. So that's fun. Because like I said, I'm just going to be more... creative. Like earlier, you missed one of my new sayings. Wyatt, I think you'll like this. A buffet of a JJ. I think I can get away with that. We're going to find out. Penguin is rated R. Lots of F-bombs. They talk like real people, pretty much. Rose says, I'm trying, Mike. I appreciate that. I see you put the Y in there. Thank you, Robert. Stipe wins. We got to celebrate. F. John Jones. Oh, I am celebrating so hard if Stipe wins. I'm setting off fireworks. I will take the live stream. So here we go. If John Jones beats Stipe, I will take the live stream outside on the phone, and we're setting off fireworks outside till somebody calls the cops. No, maybe not till somebody calls the cops, because the wife won't be happy for me. That's not fair to her. But man, if Stipe wins, my faith in humanity is restored, right? I've heard like nothing from Stipe forever, though. I haven't seen any of his training videos. I don't know what... I know he likes to, train in secret. I hope he's got a surprise for us. Jada Pinkett character in Gotham is great. Can't remember the name. Fish, yep. Oh, yeah. Incredible. No spoilers, Phil, though. I am close to the end of the second season, so please no spoilers. But yeah, she is great. The guy that plays Falcone is great. The guy that plays the Penguin in Gotham, that guy's an incredible actor. The guy that plays Jim Gordon is incredible. Yeah, I can say a lot of good stuff about that series. Why no swearing? Don't make me put you in timeout. Dude is probably under the radar, training like a beast. That's Stipe for you. I'll just space them out. There you go. Alrighty, I hear you. That works. Maybe space out or like, yeah, a little asterisk in there or something. Because it's like, you know, we know what you're saying. All right, Neil Magny, Carlos Prates. Oh, they actually moved on this fairly quickly. 80% of you voting for Magny so far, huh? All right, I better get that. What have you done for me lately? I don't know that you guys can change votes, but I disagree with you on this one so far. But hey, you guys are 4 for 4 today, so. All right, let's start out with Mr. Magny, 29-12. 12 wins coming by way of finish. Been finished 9 times, 6 of those by submission. Only knocked out 3 times. 17-3 when it goes to the cards. Coming off a first-round knockout loss to Michael Morales. Before that, he pulled off that big upset over Mike Mallet, who, of course, gassed, and he's just been doing every other one. Beats Philip Rowe. He was an underdog in that one. Loses to Ian Gary. Beats Philip Rowe. Gilbert Burns lost. Daniel Rodriguez won. Literally every other. Look at that. Jeff Neal and Max Griffin back-to-back after losing to Michael Chiesa. Got the Robbie Lawler win on here. Yeah, Neil Magny, don't underestimate this guy, and definitely don't come in out of shape. So I got Carlos Prates. This guy, I feel, is about to move to the next level. Couple more wins, and this guy, he could seriously be working, knocking on the door of a title shot in 2025. 20-6, 18 of his 20 wins coming by way of finish. 2-1 when it goes to the cards. Has been finished 5 times, though. 3 by submission, 2 by knockout. I don't think the knockout's going to be an issue with Magny tonight, but he does have good submissions. Has not lost, though, since 2019. Look at that, in one championship. So, in the UFC, dude has been an absolute tear. Won a couple over there in LFA. Won by knockout on Contender Series. Then he knocks out Trevin Giles, Charlie Radke, and Zhengling Li back to back to back. And like I said, he's knocking on the door of being a true contender. I don't feel like this guy's a prospect anymore. I feel like he's contender status. Training like a beast, Mike. Stipe can't even walk. Well, Stipe should be fighting Tyson. Oh, I love it. Guys are late to the party. I watched Gotham a while ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. We're way late to the party. It came out like 10, 15 years ago, but I had started watching it then. I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, and for some reason I just stopped. But now that we can just sit there and binge it, it's on HBO Max. Now we're watching, at least a couple episodes a night. It's about when I watched it, Rob. My wife was watching it, and I caught on. It was pretty damn good. Come on, Magny. He needs to check them leg kicks with his bird legs. Want Magny to win, but he has so many miles. Yeah, he does. Vikings, a great show. Ragnar Lothbrok became one of my favorite film characters ever. Might have to go on the list. Was it Magny on the same Tough season as TJ? I don't remember. I kind of mostly stopped watching Tough after like season 5 or 6. Huge fan of the Yakuza games, but I have to say, the show is hot garbage. Oh, I didn't know there was a show. Yeah, I know those games are really popular. My kids like them. Season Dodson, KO TJ. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I don't remember if Neil was that season or not, though. Check out Pennyworth. It's Alfred's Batman butler backstory. It's a cool shoot. It takes place in the 50s, 60s in Europe. Oh, I love Alfred's character, too. Yeah, that'll be on the list during a civil war. To be honest, I think he is more of a than Batman once seeing that show. Oh, yeah, Alfred's insane. Look at what he does in Gotham. I mean, yeah, he's definitely a bad dude. Also has Batman's parents when they were young and they met. Yeah, I definitely got to put that one. That's an HBO one too, isn't it? Robert, didn't HBO make Pennyworth? Carlos Prates tied for third longest active UFC knockout streak with 3. 10-fight win streak overall. Finished 18 of his 20 wins. As we mentioned, 15 of them by knockout. Came to the UFC Season 7, Episode 4 of Dana White Contender Series. Magny was on top in 2010. It's Vancouver Olympics. I was a child. He's 37 years old. He's been around for a minute. Can't remember where I watched it. It was a few years ago. I know I've seen it on HBO now, so they got all the DC stuff because HBO and Warner Brothers merged or whatever. I think it's like HBO, Time Warner, Discovery, Warner Brothers. All these companies are just merging into bigger super corporations that will probably one day be like small countries that destroy us. Nice little intro here. Yeah, I like how they have the lights and did stuff around the Apex. And that they got a little bit of a walkway here. They could really make the Apex pretty cool after the remodel. But like I was saying earlier, Wyatt, I don't think you were here, Wyatt, but I think they should take the Apex and make it like the WEC back in the day. Take like your weight classes that are kind of struggling. Bring in women's atomweight. I know nobody's probably going to agree with me on that, but there's a lot of good women atomweight fighters in Asia. Take that, the women's flyweight, women's 115 straw weight, men's flyweight. I don't know, and then throw light heavyweight in there. Maybe throw in light heavyweight, except for, of course, your top guys. That was bad dude, ex-Special Force. Oh, yeah, he's a bad dude for sure. Neil Magny, most wins, 22, and fight time in UFC welterweight history, almost 7 hours in the cage. Most significant strikes, 1,418. Total strikes, 2,538 in welterweight history. Tied for fourth most takedowns with 59. Didn't Curtis Blades get 59 in one fight? Was they a peg? Is that normal? I don't know. Probably. Is Dana there this week? Is John Jones or Connor there this week? Magny's always been my dark horse. Always finds a way to win when he is down. PR says Magny is a dead man walking. I'm going to hold you to that. All right, let's look at the vote. I do think Prates myself. But, all right, if you haven't voted yet, hurry up and vote. 83% of you for Magny. undefeated streak on the line. We've never gone undefeated on the main card. We're 4-0 so far. All right, Magny, 6 years older at 37, 2 inches taller at 6'3". He'll have a 2-inch reach advantage with 80 inches. And he has the most UFC fights on this card, 33 fights in the UFC. So I got Prates as well. Yeah. It is Vegas Wyatt. Those are escorts. Be respectful. Just wanted to win, to be clear. Oh, I get you. Yeah, it'd be fun to see Magny win. Pull off the upset. I don't see it, though. Judges, Derek Cleary, Sal Diamato, and Chris Lee. Doubtful we'll need the judges in a 5-rounder here, but we'll see. I think if it goes to 5 rounds, Neil Magny's odds go up significantly. All right, guys, it is the main event of the evening. Let's fucking go! A -800 favorite out of Taibat, Brazil. Out of the blue corner, 20 wins. With 18 finishes and 6 losses, Carlos Prates. Tom Aspinall versus the entire women's strawweight division. Who you got? Just the top 15 ranked or all of them? Out of the red corner, at plus 550 underdog out of Denver, Colorado. 29 wins against 13 losses. Presenting the number 15th ranked welterweight in the world, Neil Magny. And it's 16 times as an underdog, and he's 500 as an underdog. That's pretty incredible. Same night I got Tom. You know what we haven't talked about enough is how amazingly well Tom Aspinall came back from that injury he had. Was it knee or ACL against Curtis Blade? I can't remember. But not everyone comes back the same from an injury like that. Actually, let's make it more realistic. Tom ain't hitting a woman. John Jones versus the entire division. Ha. I would take the division because I think John Jones would just start touching everyone. Just put it at that. And then they might, be able to get something up on him. Good right hand there from Magny. Goes for the takedown immediately. Prates blocking it, going for his own takedown. Magny came in here to win, though. That tells me. Lands an early shot, immediately goes for the takedown. Good old Sal Diamato in the judging, guys. Yep. Oh, and it's Prates that ends up on top, though. He is a strong welterweight. And, man, what about the art on his back, too? That back tattoo, that is a lot of ink. That was not cheap. Some nice little ear slaps from the bottom there from Magny. I just realized I know you're a slap fan there, Robert. Robert's always slapping it around. Now, the slap championships, you can get front row tickets for under $200. Good inside leg kick there from Prates. I think it's like the season-ending championships or something. I don't know how they do it. Good right hand there from Magny. Sal Diamato. Is that the Joker on his back? That's what I was wondering. Good right hook there from Magny. Goes for the sweep, but he goes on the wrong leg. Prates had all his weight on his right leg. Magny went for the left. Magny's certainly holding his own early, though, which makes me interested in what the odds are doing here. Well, going further for Prates. Prates minus 810 favorite. Magny up to a plus 500 underdog. I don't understand that. Magny shooting for the takedown here. Has the single. And we're seeing Magny look like the thicker guy. Good shot there from Magny. Yeah, Prates has got super skinny legs. And Prates looks like he might be sucking wind already. IROC with the $5 super chat. Says UFC ESPN app sucks. Knock on wood, it hasn't crashed on me yet today, but yeah, it crashes a lot. I was thinking the same. My nickname for Magny is the Gazelle. Yeah, Prates has got like some John Jones skinny legs. Thank you, IROC. You rock, sir. And $7 in the kitty. And Magny shooting for a takedown once again. Good defense there from Prates. Inside leg kick from Prates. Good left hook there from Magny. Oh, and the left hand to the bottom. Oh, Prates lands a big shot and floors Magny. And Prates says, get up. Get on up. Not going down there with you. Oh, Magny's hurt badly. Oh, good body kick there from Prates. Magny is shook. Let's watch the replay. It was a right hook. It was a cupping right hook that hit Magny. Oh, yeah, Magny's hurt badly, but he's a survivor. Dude is a street cat. Big right hook on the temple from Prates. And Magny gets a hold of a leg. This is just survival right now for him. Magny, 37 years old, though. He's got to be up there in the pay just because of how many fights he's had. So a win bonus. If half of his pay is a win bonus, which I think it probably is, you're probably talking a six-figure win bonus. Oh, good spinning back fist to get out of that for Magny. And a straight left for Magny. There's another good counter jab. He's almost through the round. Oh, and Prates just slapped him. What a right hook. And then he kicks his mouthpiece out of the cage and falls over. Man. Oh, he just starched Magny. Wow. A first round knockout for Carlos Prates. And I think he's got a bonus coming his way. Dennis is going to be shelling that cash on him. And thankfully, Magny's awake here. Where did he land? Yeah, it was a right hook. You know, the other one was cupping too. There's that right hook. Just sometimes those glancing blows on the temple though can be the worst. Wow. It slipped out. No worries, man. Is probably going to gas late. Nope. Barley skimmed the head. Might be time for Maggers to call it a career. Yeah, that was nasty. You don't want to take many of those.
Still don't know what he looks like in the deep waters because he has not needed it.
I'm not sure we're ever going to find out, Brendan.
Yeah, I was hoping Magny would kind of take him deep today so we could see some more, but oh yeah, that's the Joker, Batman, and I'm not sure if it's the Riddler on there. It looks like it might be two different generation Jokers on his back. He's got some interesting tattoos. He's got a demon on his arm or something. That is a disturbed gentleman. Looking slow and fragile. Yeah, and he definitely came in looking to win. He came in aggressive, but yeah, slow. Got caught with some big shots.
This year, 4 knockouts, sensational, and you just knocked out Neil Magny. How's that feel?
Bro, feeling awesome.
I love the taped up glasses things with these guys too. It's hilarious. 4 minutes, 50 seconds of the first round. Official time.
4 years in 10 months. 3 months.
All right, guys. We got big stuff coming up next week, though. We got back-to-back shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Coach, they are with me since from day one, and also Pablo and Flavio from Fight Nerds. Man, I can't explain how happy I am right now.
Well, the hard work's paying off. You are now, without a question, one of the hottest.
Trying to remember what the Thursday is. Might have been Karate Combat.
Nobody finishes him like that. What is the secret to your power? One shot from you, people go to sleep.
I cannot say because it's secret.
I cannot say because it's secret.
I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Experience
That is
in
great.
Thailand, Vivi,
Wait, I thought there was something Thursday. No, oh, that must have been last week there was a Thursday, so
fights per month,
my bad.
and more than 100 Muay Thai fights give me a lot of experience.
Oh, one Friday Night Fight's got an early Friday show.
I come to the gym, train with those guys, and they make me ready for everything.
As I said, 4 fights.
Yeah, Paul Tyson that card starts at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern on Netflix, of course.
I think the perfect fight would be in Australia because you guys know I have a daughter in there.
7 bouts on that one, including Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano.
There in Australia against Jake de la Madalena. I respect to this guy, but I think
All right, don't go anywhere because we got a lot of stuff to preview for next week.
Jake de la Madalena would be amazing, but also
What's Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Well, Friday's Paul and Tyson.
Jeff New.
Saturday's Jones and Stipe.
4 fights in a row.
I was mistaken on the Thursday. I thought there was something Thursday too, but I must have been thinking of this last week, and I missed doing it because there's a boxing match. There was a good ESPN Thursday night fights, but
Sydney, Australia. He has a daughter that lives down in Australia. That's why he wanted to fight.
I think I went out and did something with the wife. All right, I'm looking through this right now. Oh, yeah, Karate Combat, Thursday. Thursday, November 14th, we got Karate Combat. Oh, never mind. I won't be doing that, though. I'll be at work. It's 6 in the morning. Let's see what else we got. Nope, that was it. Oh, that sucks. Karate Combat in Thailand, too. Wow. Well, I cannot take the day off of work for that, though. And then Friday, as I mentioned, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. That's a great one. We got Cage Warriors 180 early in the morning. 9 a.m. Also got one Friday fights. That's at 4:30 in the morning. Bangkok. I don't know. Well, definitely got shows on Friday and Saturday. Let's look at the Tyson card, and then let's look at UFC 310. There's Tyson Paul. Let's get the whole card here, though. 7 bouts from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Front row seats are going for $2 million. That's just ridiculous. That's just silly money. Eagles versus Dallas this week. Can't wait for that game. Sunday. Yes, Sunday football tomorrow. Yes, thank you. Theron Nelson says, good evening. Good evening, Theron. Prates is not 6'1". They definitely need to measure that dude. Looks 6'3". Oh, look like Joker and Pennywise. I think you're right, Robert. That's probably the other clown. All right, pretty good card here. Lucas Badai, undefeated Canadian prospect there against Armando Casamonica. Got the women's WBO World Super Middleweight title on the line. Shadasia Green against another undefeated Canadian, Melinda Watpool. Mario Barrios, this guy's so fun to watch. Defending his championship against Abel Ramos. Barrios 29-2, Ramos 28-6. That is for the WBC World Welterweight title. Then we got, I don't really know these guys, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That's a beast of a fight. 23-1 against 47-2 for the undisputed super lightweight title. All the belts on the line. Then, of course, your main event. Former undisputed heavyweight champion, Iron Mike Tyson, taking on the problem child, Jake Paul. Let's look at Mario Barrios, though. I think that was a nasty first-round knockout. Yeah, this guy's one to look for. Doing good there, and hope you're doing good as well. 8 2-minute rounds for Tyson and Paul, because, of course, Tyson's old as hell. Oh, I said 310. UFC 309. And then the next week, you got UFC starting at 3 in the flipping morning, because it's from Macau, China. But, man, Petr Yan and Davison Figueiredo, what a main event for that one. That might be worth at least waking up at 6 a.m. How about that? That's a crazy fight. All right, let's just do this. And we'll bring up UFC 309. So Friday, Tyson and Paul and some other great boxing matches. Sweet. Don't work too hard, Robert. Yeah. But yeah, look at this. Marcin Tybura against this undefeated prospect, Janino Diniz. Mickey Gall returns 7-6. Hey, it's almost fun to watch. Win or lose against Ramiz Brahimaj. I think Mickey loses that one, but Veronica Hardy returns against Eduardo Moura. Chris Weidman against Eric Anders. Jim Miller taking on Damon Jackson. Jonathan Martinez returns against Marcus McGee. Vivian Orejo and Corrine Silva. That's a fun one. Bo Nickel. I think this is his biggest test, guys, against Paul Craig. And a co-main event. You're going to talk about the show stiller for this one. This is a showstopper. Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler. Yes, please. And then, of course, for the heavyweight championship of the world, the man who defended it more times than anyone, the man considered, at least by Dana White and UFC, maybe not for all of MMA, but for the UFC, greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe Miocic, coming back for one last title fight against the guys, Dana White at least considers the GOAT. A lot of guys consider him the GOAT. Jonathan Dwight Bones Jones. All right, and hey, that is our card. John Jones, Stipe Miocic. Let's go over a little bit of what happened tonight, though, now that it's over. So started out, Melissa Mullins knocked out Claudia Segola in the second round. Trayshawn Gore gets in the win column with a guillotine submission over Anatoly Tricoli. Damon Blackshear submits Katie Stamen in the first round. Thank you very much. Won a couple bucks on that one, as well as Charles Radke and Matthew Schimmelberger. I live bet all 3 of these fights in a row to get a little better odds than I did on favorites. Charles Radke at the first round knockout. Lizzie Zaleski dos Santos getting an easy win over Zach Scroggin. It's not a fight that should have ever happened, but there you go. 115 in the first round. Denise Gomes facing her biggest test of her career so far against Carolina Kovacevic. Gets it done by unanimous decision. Mansour Abdul Malik making his UFC debut against a tough Dusko Todorovic. Takes him out in the first round. Impressive. Jillian Robertson mostly dominant against Luana Pinheiro. Gaston Bolanos versus Cortavius Ramos in a fight, maybe a contender for fight of the night there. That was a good back and forth fight, but Gaston, I think that decision definitely went the right direction. Reinier de Ridder, former 1FC 2-weight champion, making his debut against GM3. Gerald Meerschaert gets it done in the third round. Arm triangle submission. And then last but not least, Carlos Prates, maybe putting an end to Neil Magny's career. Absolutely starched him in the first round. 450 of the first round. Had floored him and almost knocked him out earlier in the round before that. And that is it. And that's pretty much the news for UFC until they announce bonuses. I know we had taken a few weeks off. That's probably not helping me with the YouTube promotion. But let's take some calls while I figure out what game we're going to do tomorrow. You guys can give me some suggestions. What game you want to watch. I'm going to be at the casino for the Chiefs game, though. Because I told Wyatt, I'm betting the Chiefs every single time. Because, hey, if they can't do it by themselves, the refs will push them the rest of the way to the victory. First game tomorrow, 6:30 in the morning. Giants and Panthers. Where is that? That must be in England. Bills and Colts at 10 a.m. Actually, let's bring up tomorrow's. I know it's not MMA, but let's bring up tomorrow's football schedule, and you guys tell me what you guys want to watch. Tell me what game maybe you might want to watch. Or games. As soon as I can get the schedule here. I'm on ESPN.com on NFL. It's like, give me the darn schedule, guys. Got all this breakdown crap. There we go, schedule. It's a little small. Hopefully you guys can read it. All right. Man, who watched Thursday night's game between Cincinnati and Baltimore, by the way, first? That was a crazy game. Eagles-Dallas game, Schubert. All right, we got to vote for Eagles and Dallas. Oh, and they got ticket prices on here. Wow, $48 in New Orleans to go see an NFL game. All right. But yeah, week 10, man, what a flipping game that was. Baltimore and Cincinnati going down to the wire, 35-34. Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson both having an incredible game. I said New York and Carolina starting early at 6:30 in the morning. That's wild. New England, Chicago at 10 a.m., Buffalo, Indianapolis, Denver and Kansas, Atlanta, New Orleans, San Francisco, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Washington, and Minnesota, Jacksonville. all at 10 a.m. My Seahawks are on bye. Did I see KC? KC playing at 10. So I won't be doing an early game. I will be at the casino betting on Kansas City every single week. And there you go. I should be able to get back in time for Philadelphia at Dallas. Tickets as low as $40. That's because the stadium holds like 500,000 people. Oh, I thought that was bad. Look at this. Look at this. Los Angeles Chargers. $16 to go to an NFL game. You can't get in the Seahawks Stadium for less than like $200. That's crazy. $16. $42 for Cardinals. But yeah, the difference in some of these stadiums, $8 to see the Commanders, $16 to see the Chargers. That's wild. Okay, I gotta look ahead to week 11 to see if it says tickets for sale, because I want to see how much. Wow, Chicago's got the most expensive tickets, $307. Starting tickets as low as $307. Oh, they're in San Francisco, so I can't see what it says for Seattle. Tickets as low as $121. Anyways, we won't get sidetracked there. But, yeah, only request I see so far is Eagles-Dallas. And what was our Sunday night game? Detroit and Houston on Peacock. So maybe we'll do a doubleheader tomorrow. I need to have some content going on here anyways, right? All right, let's do it. Eagles and Cowboys, Lions and Texans tomorrow. Football doubleheader. And then Friday, Tyson and Paul. Saturday, UFC at 309. I was thinking about doing something, though. Call-ins, by the way, are now 2 numbers up for call-ins. Anybody that wants to call in. I was thinking through the week that we might do some flashbacks to some old Mike Tyson fights. If you guys, I don't know how many people will be interested in that, but if you are, let me know. I'm going to put something up in a community post, engage some interest, just because I can't afford to have any streams that nobody's watching right now. Good night there, and have a good one, brother. But give me some ideas. Anybody who wants to watch some Mike Tyson fights together. It can be short. Some can be short fights, long fights, whatever. I just want to get videos out there with Mike Tyson in the search, in the title, in the keywords, all that stuff to promote that stream. All right, if there's no call-ins, I think I will go downstairs and spend some time with the wife. Maybe cook some dinner. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I said tomorrow. We got football tomorrow, at least one game. If there's enough people interested in watching the first game, I'll do a second game at night. And then Tyson Paul on Friday, UFC 309. Watch for scheduled streams during the week. And check the community. You should see community posts coming up, and I'll be asking you guys, what Tyson fights would you like to do for Fight Companions? What game tomorrow? Eagles and Cowboys. What are the odds on that one? I gotta look at the odds real quick on that. I'm guessing Eagles have got to be big favorites. They are, minus 375. Because, like I said, I'll be going to the casino to bet Kansas City early and often. I hope they go down early so I get some good odds. All right, Robert. See you fine A tomorrow. Call in tomorrow. I'll tell you what the MRI results were and what my doctor said. Sounds good. I went yesterday. All right, brother. Hope they are good. All right, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses tomorrow.